This line that flows uninterrupted from the top of the tail lights all the way to the corner of the headlights in one uninterrupted stroke is kind of the most interesting thing about the Audi A4's exterior design. It's simple in its geometry, it's mathematically efficient, but it's not exactly what you'd call sexy, is it? Fortunately, underneath that somewhat bland exterior is a car that's just packed with performance and technology. Spend enough time behind the wheel and you'll find the 2018 Audi A4 is a car that's just bursting with personality. And that's what we intend to do today. Spend a lot of time behind the wheel. Let's hit the road. Now, it doesn't have the broad shoulders of the coupe or the windswept profile of the Sportback, but the sedan is underpinned by the same powertrain as those two vehicles. So we've got a 2-liter turbocharged engine making 252 horsepower and around 273 pound-feet of torque. And it's going to put that through a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission on its way to the Quattro all-wheel drive system. Now, you can get the A4 at an ultra trim level. That's going to get you front wheel drive and better fuel economy, but don't bother. If you're going to go through the trouble of paying for an Audi, just get Quattro. It's what these cars are known for. Now, on the road, the A4 feels pretty pedestrian when you just drive it like a regular car. When you go around a corner, it doesn't do anything too upsetting. The power is pretty good for passing, but not overwhelming. However, if you take the time and you mess with the drive mode, put it in its sport mode, maybe slap the transmission over into its manual mode and use the paddle shifters here, you can actually get really good performance out of this powertrain. The torque for acceleration is great and the engine feels well matched to the fast shifting dual clutch automatic transmission. And interestingly, the harder you chuck this thing into a corner, the better this Quattro all-wheel drive system and chassis feels. There's a lot of performance in this car that's not necessarily evident the first time you hop in and turn it on. You gotta kind of dig for it. Now, beyond the performance, the A4 is packed with technology. In the dashboard, we've got the MMI infotainment system, and in the upper trim levels, we get the MMI Plus system, and that's going to add Google Earth navigation with satellite imagery overlays. And in front of me, we've got this really cool Audi virtual cockpit that's a reconfigurable display that can show everything from maps to fuel economy data to all of your infotainment system stuff right here in the dashboard. We've also got a ton of driver aid technology that we're going to talk about in a separate video, but let's just say that this car is one of the most technologically advanced cars in its class. Now, the look is a little pedestrian. It's nowhere near as good looking as, say, a BMW 3 Series. It's not even as good looking as the A5 Coupe, which is basically the same car with more curves, but it's just packed with technology and it's packed with performance. And this is a car that really sort of shows you its performance and not necessarily tells you about how cool it is on the exterior. It's a car for you. I think I'm all right with that. The 2018 Audi A4 Ultra, that's the front-wheel drive version of the sedan, starts at around $36,000. Now here we've got a Prestige Quattro. It's close to the top of the line, and as tested with options, we're looking at around $52,000. Now there's a sweet spot somewhere in between those at the Premium Plus trim level with Quattro. That's going to get you all-wheel drive and all the tech that we like to see in this car. And it's going to be a handsomely appointed car that is handsomely designed. It's not going to turn up any noses, but it's also not going to turn any heads anywhere you go. So personally, I think I'd go with the A5 Sportback. It's basically the same car with the same performance and the same technology, but with a lot more personality in its design. So I've been a little harsh on the A4's looks, but don't get me wrong, I love this car. And I want to know what you think. Let us know down in the comments below. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button for even more cool car videos from theroadshow.com.